a nice transition to talk about how you coped on year abroad. Like, would you recommend it? What you
Man,
to?
let me tell you something. If your degree has a year abroad or a year in industry option and you
Change.
don't take it, smack yourself on the head today. Just smack yourself for me because I can't reach you. The year abroad was, I can't even say decision as if I knew it was going to be great, but it was the best option that has ever, like, one of the best options that has ever landed in my lap. Ever. That's not even an understatement. Like, ever. And it's a thing of, for my year abroad, I was even shook because when I decided to go on the year abroad, I didn't decide to go on the year abroad alone. It was meant to be, I think it was originally meant to be me and two other guys, but then it became me and this one other guy. And me and this one other guy, we were like, cool, we're going to do this year abroad. We're going to live together. We can just find a place later on. It's going to be so lit, so lit, so lit. And me, I was going through things going, D. I have friend going on year abroad. And then one day, literally, one day my guy just says, yeah, I'm not coming. Wait, hold on. What do you mean you're not coming? Yeah, I'm not coming. So I was panic mode. Keep in mind, this was the time where, me having friend was the be all and end all. And so, like, now being told, oh, you're going on this year abroad completely on your ones, I all of a sudden I just became shook and I was like, do I even want to go? And then I went and just everything about the year abroad was just different. So, like, obviously I've already talked about the degree aspect that, like, in my year abroad took 10% from my degree, so I could just do 10% of my year abroad. And if second year didn't go great, so second, as in terms of academics, so then third year on the year abroad, I was just able to smack it out the park, especially because the university I went to, it was an international university, so most of the people there, the English wasn't their first language, so the exams were sweet. But like, outside of academic aspect, like, going on that year abroad and just being on my ones in a new place, or two new places, because I went to two new places on your own, it just enabled me to, I said it before, but like, just enabled me to just be free and open and just, like, not worried that somebody knows me and is gonna say something about me. Like, I was able to just be so chill and so relaxed with my personality as a whole. And it just allowed me to just, like, look at myself and be like, rah, I like this. Like, I like this person I'm becoming. Why was I like that before? And obviously, I was out there, I made mistakes, I did things I'm not proud of, but by the end of the year, I ended that year abroad in one of the best mental states, like, I've been in my life. And yeah, man, honestly, like, just going through that year abroad and just being able to evaluate everything I thought about myself, I thought about my life, I thought about situations, and just one by one be like, okay, cool, X that box, tick that box, X that box, tick that box. It was just different, man. And obviously, new cultures, new places. It was basically a year-long holiday. I can't even lie. I had fun. It was lit. Like, it was very fun. Like, it was just chilling, relaxing, enjoying, going places. It was a great experience. And then also, the last bit was, like, obviously, because it's a year abroad, I had more free time and stuff. Jordan mentioned it before, but, like, I was doing stuff for Strength from within that year. And so because I was on that year abroad, like, and classes weren't that deep and I had bare time, like, I could spend a lot of my time trying to get this project that I had thought of, that I knew if I had just gone straight into final year in Bristol would not happen in anywhere near the same way. I could just get it. I could just think about it and try and get it off the ground in some way and see what worked and see what could be done in that year abroad. Like, that was a sweet period of just trying to develop anything and everything that my mind had thought about before that I couldn't do. And yeah, man, it was sweet. It was definitely sweet. Why didn't you do one, man?
Because my course is 4 years. I didn't want to be here for 5, but now I'm here for 6, so maybe I should.
Best. Fair enough.
I can't lie, like, because I've never really understood the point of holidays or traveling or any of that stuff. Like in my head, yeah, there are slight differences in cultures, but people all generally do the same thing. Like you wake up, you have breakfast, go to work, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think when I went to Singapore in the summer, for the first like 3 days, I'm like, damn, like world's actually different out here. Things are actually like different.
yeah,
And the first experience for me was initially like insane, just realizing that there are ways of doing things that like maybe London's not quite as good here, or maybe it's better here, or people are
yeah,
happier because of
yeah,
this, that, and the other.
yeah,
And then by day four, it's kind of like, yeah, it's different, but it's also the same. Like nothing, things have changed, but it's not different, if that makes sense.
yeah,
And I still want to. I think the main hindrance, to be fair, for me was that I was poor.
yeah,
Having to budget for holidays is different to a year abroad, I guess.
yeah.
But I don't know. It'll be cool to spend a year or longer, ideally, just like somewhere else, doing my own thing, meeting new people, trying new things. But yeah, not with uni, unfortunately.
Side note on the affordability aspect. Do you know what's so annoying? I was
Go on.
about to say side note on the affordability aspect. If you're going to Europe, you can get Erasmus. Then I remembered Brexit's happening.
Brexit.
Then I remember Brexit's happening. Well, typically, if you go to a country, even outside of Erasmus, if you're going like anywhere in the world, your university might be able to offer you a bursary. Because I know a friend that went to America, and then the university helped him out, and like he got, I think his flights were paid for by the uni, or most of his flights were paid for by the uni, and then
Nice.
maybe he got some other money as well. But like, defo still look into it, even if you think not you, Jordan, but like anyone that's listening, even if
In
you think
general,
there's
yeah.
like financial strain, like you never know what bursaries and stuff like that your uni might offer, and it could still be a good option.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
surely that's got to be like you can't just ask for money to go on holiday. It's got to be like a leadership program or something. Or
So
it's like,
Bristol, for me, it was just a year of study, but then they obviously do like the go to China for a summer holiday to teach, or go to China for summer holiday for an internship, or go to San Francisco for a mentorship program.
yeah.
And then some of those things are paid for in different ways. Like, I think it's definitely a uni by uni perspective, but there are options. Definitely options.
Interesting. Yeah. Because this summer I was supposed to go to Madrid. I don't know if I even told you because I was waiting for it to be
Oh
confirmed.
no, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, like it's this thing called like Common Purpose, but like I think 2 years ago was Chicago, last year was India. You probably like guys went both years. And then I thought, let me apply, see what happens. Because the uni, because I'm obviously a bursary student, they funded the accommodation in the program, and then I get £220 surplus for like flights. So it's basically a free holiday to Madrid. But then
Nice.
obviously this year we had we had an illness.
Yeah.
Nightmare. But yeah, it's nuts. Like I didn't even realize how much international opportunities the university offers. And obviously Bristol's a big uni, so it's different elsewhere. But like they have Go China, Go Berlin. They had obviously the Madrid one that I was supposed to go on. Like, it's nuts how the uni are really quiet about the good things.
That's the thing. That's
But they
the
always email
annoying
you about
thing,
coursework.
like I remember this. I remember the first year abroad meeting. It was in like a lecture hall. I'm telling you, there were not up to 30 people in that lecture hall. And when I say 30, even if 50, call it 50 people in that lecture hall, and it was nowhere near that. On a degree that has maybe 1K plus students, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's mad.
it is so underpublicized, and it's annoying because I think if more students knew about these kind of opportunities, they'd jump on them. What? And like the way that they can be paid for and stuff like that. Like more students would definitely jump on them, but it's a shame.
It's annoying. And like in engineering, they don't talk about it at all. Because I think one of my lecturers said in my first year, I should say, they said like the level of engineering teaching in Europe is not as good as in the UK. So they don't really recommend it. And I kind of just took that at face value, be like, yep, okay, Europe's bad, I'm not doing that. But now I'm looking back and I'm thinking I really could have learned a lot more than just engineering out there.
Yeah.
But, oh well, we move, man.
Lesson learned, man. You can still go for
Trust.
holiday.
Maybe not this summer. Maybe 2021.
2021.